everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Turnips and Tangerines, and today we are going to be making a venison tenderloin in our air fryer. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a marinade. So right here is this tenderloin, and it's a very nice piece of tenderloin there. And we're going to make a marinade, a real light marinade. First I'm going to cut this in half because that's a pretty big piece here. I'm just going to cut it in half. One thing with tenderloin, there's not a lot of fat on it. So before I put it in the air fryer, I am going to just brush it lightly. Once I take it out of the marinade and put it in the air fryer, I'm going to brush it real lightly with some melted butter. But will be a while. So let's do this. Grab it. Toweling from my hands. And wipe those off. This is what the steak looks like. And my husband gets these from the same friend of his, Gary. And I'm trying to avoid the camera so much. I'm having dental issues, so if you don't always see my face, that's why. So I just thought I'd let you know that. But this is a steak we're gonna be marinating. It's a tenderloin. A venison tenderloin, and we're going to be marinating it in, let's see here. Here's our just a little baggie, seals tight. We will be putting the bag in a bowl, and then we're going to probably be refrigerating it an hour up to overnight. You can. I'll probably do a couple hours, probably have it for supper. It's 11 in the morning. I'll let it marinate till about 4 in the afternoon, I think. That will work. So what we have here is 1 cup of low sodium soy sauce. And you can use regular, but that's what I have is a low sodium. And we have 3/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. And we have 3/4 or a 1/3 cup of maple syrup. You can use brown sugar or honey. I thought the maple syrup would be really, really good with the venison tenderloin. And in here we have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder that we're going to throw in here. And I'm just going to use a little salt and pepper to taste. So my husband's going to be eating this. He likes a lot of pepper, so I'll grind away here. There we go. That should be good at least for the marinade part. And a little bit of salt. Since it is low sodium soy sauce, we can add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this is a kosher salt. And then I'm going to add about 10 drops or so of Texas Pete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll go 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, however many that is, I'm not sure. But my husband does like things spicy, so yeah. He likes things nice and spicy. That's why he likes me. Right, Larry? There's Lair. So now I'm going to add the tenderloin steaks to the marinade. I'm just going to put them in there. And scoot them down in there. And we're going to lift that up, and hopefully you have no holes in your bags. At least a little bit there. And I kind of just press the air out as best you can. And then we're just going to lean that like that for now, and I'm going to grab a bowl here. I like to set it in a bowl just in case. I can grab a bowl here. Not clanging too many of them around. Lukey, you're licking your chops already. It's not even done. And then I'm going to just set this whole bowl with the bag and the marinade in the refrigerator. Like I said, we'll have these for supper, so probably about 4 o'clock I'll take them out. It's 11 now, so that's several hours. But another reason why I like to put it in a bowl is because in a bowl, your marinade, your meat and your marinade kind of sits up nice like that, and it gets, you know, dispersed better, and it's kind of covered with the marinade. Sometimes if you lay your meat in the refrigerator flat, you got to keep turning it back and forth and back and forth. This way, if you put it in a bowl, you really don't have to do that because it's submerged anyway. So that's a little tip you might want to remember for the next time you marinate. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and we're going to let it marinate for several hours, and then I'll be back and we'll put it in our air fryer. Marinating in our marinade that we threw together for about 5 hours. Now I think I put it in at 11 and it's about 4 in the afternoon, so a good 5 hours. It's been marinating in soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce, maple syrup, spices, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of hot sauce, salt, pepper, and I believe that's about it. So I have my air fryer preheated at 380 degrees, and I preheated it for 5 minutes, and now I'm going to take out my steaks, venison steaks here, and let's see here. Put one in. Here's one. I did cut, this was one long one, and I did cut it in half. So, here we go. That's one. And just kind of get it in there nice. Ooh. And let me see here. Let's take this out. There we go. This is a bigger one, so it's a little thicker too. Just let it drain a little bit like that. And put that in. And then I'm going to, ooh, it smells good. And I'm going to put the steaks in the air fryer, and I'm going to cook it at 380 degrees for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to check them and probably turn them over, and probably another 6 or 8 minutes. It all depends. So we'll see how they look once they get to the first cooking done here. So I'm going to turn it on. We got 380, and I think I'll do 8 minutes. There we go. So check back in. Okay, we are going to spend 8 minutes. We're going to take it out. Ooh, they look good. I don't know if you can see those. It's a little darker in here than it was this morning. And I'm going to just flip these around. This one is really thick, so. But, and I think I'm gonna, I'll give these another 6 minutes at 380, and then I'll let my husband check it out and see if that's the way he likes it or wants it. So we'll put this back in, 380 degrees for 6 minutes. Be back. I'm just going to put a little bit, a pat of butter on each steak too, because venison doesn't have a lot of fat on it. So it's nice to add a little bit of butter just to the top. You can see here, ooh, there we go. And now we will just push that over a little bit. And we will put that back under, 380 degrees. Again, for 6 minutes. Okay, it has been 6 minutes, and we're going to take out the steak. And you can come and test it, Mr. Huntley. And this is a pretty big one, so we are going to put this here. And move that out of the way. it to see if it's done good or not. Mr. Huntley. Mr. Huntley. And this is what it looks like. And can we see it good? Maybe not. We can test it a little bit more too. Here, over here more. Stand in the light. There we go. Done enough? Too done?
Good.
For you? It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you guys go and I'll bring it to the table. I want to grab it one more time here. And this is the steak, the venison tenderloin, 380 degrees in my air fryer. I think we did 8 minutes on one side. We turned it over, and then I did it 6 minutes on the second side, and that's what it looks like. And my husband likes it red like that, so that's how he wants it. So that's the steak, and the recipe for the marinade will be below in the description box. So you have yourself a good day, and I hope you give some venison tenderloin steak